Well, and speaking of the storm, we might be seeing one here in our state. Meteorologist Sam Sampieri joining us. Sam, I know we're in a weather alert watch. You said it was raised to level 2?
That's for severe weather. That's not about the tropical storm, Ian.
Right.
Okay, so we have two things going on. One,
a lot of weather.
Yeah, we have a lot of weather. Well, we always have a lot of weather.
Yeah.
And that's why we love weather meteorologists. It's such a challenge, okay? But yeah, first things first, we have the potential for a couple of strong isolated thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. And even the potential, a 2% chance for an isolated spin-up tornado because there's going to be wind direction share. That is, it changes with height. And that happens when you have a warm front, cold front combination. Then the other thing we're looking at, of course, let's go to the board. We'll talk about Tropical Storm Ian. It's still a tropical storm, Lindsay. It will become a hurricane eventually, and it will be heading towards Florida. So maybe a good idea, obviously, that NASA cancel that flight, and it might put things away for a while because this storm is going to really intensify in a big way. Right now, it's just getting its act together. You can see the symbol here, and you have the clouds. And here's the latest forecast track. And you can see that by the time we get into Thursday into Friday now, sometime on Thursday, what I noticed yesterday and today's trends, it's pushed a little bit further westward. And what may happen now, instead of directly hitting Tampa Bay, it'll hit up into the panhandle of Florida as a category 3, 2, or 1. You can see how once it hits land, it'll weaken, and that does so all the time. And then as we move it along, it's going to continue to move up inland here. And the question is, what does it do with us? So let's check out the latest guidance and the latest trends on the spaghetti plots. That is all the different models. And you could basically see that a couple of them bring it to our west. And then now what I'm seeing is there's been some members that are trying to come at us or just offshore. So this is something we're going to have to watch, because if we get into this, I think what will happen is we're not going to get a direct hit unless you follow this one and it slows down and gets more strength here. But most indications to me are it's going to ride up into Florida and then come up into the Appalachian Trail and then kind of pivot out. And as it does so, we can get whacked with a heavy band of rain, showers, and thunderstorms coming up probably next Sunday at this time. But of course, the timing and the track will change. It does so all the time, and this is something we're going to have to watch. Here is one of our computer models, and this would be the European one. It hits Florida, and then watch what happens as it continues to move up and then over us as this high. See, what's going to happen is the high is going to build down. It looks like it's going to block it. And the question is, does that high move further south and sit here and block all the rain to go out to sea? Or does that high do what this computer model is showing? It moves out of the way, but allows all this tropical moisture to move up. Here's another scenario. This is an interesting one. This is the GFS American model. It gets into the Florida Panhandle. And then look what happens. The high builds down, but the upper level ridge and the wind pattern just pushes everything out. So this is something we're going to watch. But right now, we're going to be very close to it, and we could have remnant effects of the system. Now, back to the severe weather. The timing would be this afternoon between 3 and 9 o'clock, isolated. And there is the potential for an isolated tornado, gusty wind, of course, damaging winds possible. Right now, we do see some clouds ahead of the warm front. And that's very evident here, the high pressure offshore. And here's the warm front with a band of showers. Right now, it is not severe, but once this front comes in later on, as it moves through, then that's when we can get that. And then tomorrow, we're going to kind of clear things out. There could be an isolated shower tomorrow afternoon, but really that's about it. And so here we are under a level 2 for southern Connecticut. That would be a slight risk to a level 1 marginal risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. Temperature is basically in the 60s to near 70. If the cloud's sticking up earlier, then it will stay in the 60s again. Some thunderstorms early in the 50s. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, drying out. So just want to time this out for you. And you can see a couple of showers. Now, don't take this verbatim. There could be a heavy thunderstorm in here. And then a lull, and then some more showers and thunderstorms coming in this evening. Let's go to the Fox 61 7-day forecast showing you. Basically, we get through that nice and mild for a couple days, and then we cool off into the 60s, and we watching Ian as we head towards next weekend. Lindsay?